Russell C. Davies wanted to reintroduce to everybody the doctors because they may be coming back.
So a few weeks ago, we had the absolute honour and privilege of travelling to Brisbane to meet and interview Sylvester McCoy. It's a fantastic interview. He's such a great character. And this would not have been possible without the help of the Sirens of Audio team. These guys have an awesome podcast, the Sirens of Audio, but they also make great events where they bring people from Doctor Who over to Australia, and you can meet them, you can get autographs, photos, Q&A. It's a fantastic experience. And seriously, this interview would not have happened at all without them. So thank you very much to you guys. You are incredible, and we are so very thankful for you. But without any further ado, let's get talking to Sylvester McCoy about some Doctor Who.
Sylvester, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Welcome to Australia.
Yeah, thank you. Again and again and again and again.
How are you finding it?
Well, it's quite easy, really. It's quite big, and it's in the southern hemisphere. So there it was.
It's not hard to find in that way.
Yes.
We figured we'd do a few real quick fire questions with you, and then we've got one or two slightly longer questions towards the end. So my question is there a moment from Doctor Who that you've done that you're most proud of, like a scene, maybe an episode?
Yes, there is. It's a scene with George Michel in the cafe in A Remembrance of the Daleks.
Yes.
The scene about slavery, sugar dropped in a cup of tea, the ripples of slavery. And I'm very proud of that. It's a lovely scene, brilliantly written by Ben Aranovich. It was wonderful to do. And it was also, great to be part of, because at that time there were riots, race riots in Britain. And this was, about race and the stupidity of race.
Absolutely. It's amazing.
Perversions, yeah.
Amazing scene.
So I was watching your Radio Times interview, and you were saying that people thought that you acted like the Doctor before you actually got the role. Is there anyone else that you thought you act like in real life that you would love to play in a role eventually?
Oh, yes. Quasimodo, the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, okay.
I've always, as a child, I wanted to play the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Right.
And as an older adult, it's even better. You get top billing, and you've got so few lines. It's like, Esmeralda.
Right.
And the bells. Yeah, it's a great role. That's the one I'd like to do.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Do you keep up with the new stuff at all?
I pop in and out.
Yeah. Do you have any moments that have really stood out to you as like a favourite moment?
Well, and the one I was in with Sophie. I mean, that's Jodie's last story.
Yeah, Parallel Doctor.
I mean, that was joyful to do, really. And I know it's kind of, and it was just lovely to be on screen with Sophie again. I mean, Sophie, actually, we weren't in the same studio at the same time. She was up a mountain in Wales in a cave, acting to a brick wall, but she didn't know the difference. Yeah. So and then I did my bit, in the studio, and then they married it together.
Yeah, right. How was that doing the more modern version of Doctor Who versus the classic years?
Well, it was just the same, wearing the same coat, really.
Yeah, true.
In a sense. The only thing was I was a bit bewildered because in it, it seems that we fell out. And I had no idea. No one told me. But it was in a book somewhere. Someone written that, I believe. So they could have told me. I was going, well, why are we making up?
What's going on? Amazing.
So one of your famous lines is unlimited rice pudding.
Yes.
Do you actually like rice pudding? Can you confirm?
I do. I like rice pudding.
Fantastic.
With some, raspberry jam or something.
Fantastic. Not Doctor Who related, but I want to know, what's some advice that you would give to your younger self?
Oh, yes. What would I say? Don't believe it's the end. Because when they kind of put Doctor Who into hiatus, I always believed it would come back. And delighted that it has. And it faltered with Paul and my rendition, but it came back again and is brilliant and wonderful and it's glorious. And I've never actually stopped doing it, so I've just said, "Don't worry, you're all right. I'll carry on." Yeah.
It must be cool to see like younger people like us watching it. Like it must be cool. Like it's like a new generation where like everyone just
it's
keeps going on. It's like someone just keeps going. 61 today.
Yeah, no, that is wonderful because when it came back with Christopher and I thought, that's a whole new thing, that's brilliant. Not realizing that young people would say, "Oh, I love this." Well, there's more. And so they came back, and suddenly young people were coming up to me, to kids and all that. I thought that had all gone. When I was the doctor, kids would come out, children, and, it'd be wonderful. But it just carries on. They rediscover you. And, it's wonderful.
Amazing. And one last question, which is probably a good segue here. So obviously the 80s, you got cut a little bit short, and then...
I was cut short. I mean, I've actually shrunk 2 inches.
And then obviously it came back and you got to do The Power of the Doctor.
Yeah.
For you, did that feel like almost closing the book? If there was any open wound left after the 80s?
Well, no, not closing the book. That sounds like my end.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it wasn't. I mean, but then we did Tales of the TARDIS.
Yes, which was
after
amazing.
that.
Yeah.
And so that was Russell C. Davies wanted to reintroduce to everybody the doctors because they may be coming back.
Oh.
So that's why he did it. In the future, he may want to use them, and therefore they will be recognised as we are now and not as we were then.
So you one day you might come back.
Well, that's up to Russell.
That's it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sylvester, thank you very much for your time.
Pleasure.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good on you.